going to have to do that, but oh well. So she is a quilter, and maybe if we're all really nice, she'll want to join us. Her friend who's with her, she didn't skedaddle yet, did she?
No, she's still here.
Okay, well why don't you come on up with her, just for a few minutes. These ladies are, this is a volunteer coordinator, of volunteers. A coordinator of volunteers.
That's her job.
And then she's the real one who probably gets a paycheck for doing it? Yes. Okay, good. And they were, yeah, she's an employee of Halifax. So they were interested in how could they get some fidget quilts. But then when we talked about a little bit about what they do, they have sewing machines at Halifax and a serger. That if you wanted to volunteer there, you could use that. But also, they're going to tell us a little bit about what kind of things that they make at Halifax with fabric that's donated. And we said, oh, we know a thing or two about donated fabric, right, Leslie?
Yes.
And let us know how we can help. So I'll let you tell us about the things that you make.
Okay. Thank you. I'm chairperson for the Stitch and Knit department of the Halifax Health Auxiliary. We
They're really close.
okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We make things to help patients in the hospital. Basically, anything we're asked to sew, if it can be sewn, we will try. But we make pressure pillows. We make heart monitor pouches. We make neck pillows. We make nursing pillows. We make toys for children, either pediatric patients, kids coming into the emergency room. We have 8 different animals that we make. We make, let's see if I can remember, elephants, pigs, teddy bears, little fringe teddy bears, footballs, dogs, cats, dinosaurs. Oh, that 7 is one more.
Bunny.
No bunnies, they have ears. Teddy bears.
Oh, the frog.
The frogs, yes. And we make them out of we basically use cotton fabric. We get donated fabric, corduroy, we get upholstery fabric, which can be cotton. Sometimes it's a little heavier. As long as it's not coarse or very rough, we try to use it. If it's something we can't use, we try to donate. We have drawn from community groups, Halifax Plantation, Margaritaville, and Aberdeen. These are all outside groups that have helped us make certain things. Either we give them the fabric or they use their own. We are now saving our scraps because there are so many women in these outside groups that make quilts from scraps. So now we have containers of scraps that somebody from those groups comes in, we give it to them, they take it. We don't necessarily give the quilts back. Sometimes we do. I understand that if we don't get it back, it's donated to some other cause. But some of the ladies will say, I'll give you a quilt, but I want it to go to the oncology group. And we make sure it goes to oncology. Or we have a chaplain who does an honorary service for veterans that are patients in the hospital. They get red, white, and blue quilts. They get the red, white, and blue pressure pillows. They'll get anything that they can give the vet when they're discharged from a hospital. And it's like, it's more than, the feelings are wonderful when you hear about these stories and you know that what you're making goes to a good cause. And again, I've repaired equipment pads for the gym that's at the hospital. It's plastic vinyl has gotten really soft to work with and you can sew it. So if they need to replace a pad, if they give me a design and they've cut out the vinyl, I'll sew it. We do seatbelt protectors for people with PORS. or have to have some kind of protection, whether it's a pillow that they put under the seatbelt or cord protector, whatever we can do. And in the past, we don't do it anymore, but I'll tell you things we used to do. For physical therapy patients, leg raisers, they're just straps that were Velcroed, and they could, long enough straps that they could take their hands and they could raise their own leg.
Wow.
Straps that go around the hand has a little pocket that will hold their plastic utensils so they can feed themselves after they've had a stroke. They can start learning to make those muscles work again. Those are things that we had done in the past. They don't need them anymore. But if they're needed again, we have the patterns. We know what they need. We can do it. So it's a matter of we're providing basic things that pillows and neck pillows, those types of things. But if there's a special need and we're asked if it's something we can do, we will do it. And that's what it's all about. And we do not deliver to patients. We have, the floors have a number of what materials they get. To give you an example, third floor Friends Tower gets 38 pillows a week. All a week. All I do is take a bag, 2 bags actually, one with 20, one with 18, put them in a storage room. The nurses deliver them to the patients that need them. The same with the 8th floor in the Friends Tower. They get 36 a week. They get 18 on Tuesday, they get 18 on Thursday. And then the other floors, they're limited to 10. Yeah, and as long as whatever they need to keep that count at 10 for the week. So I go into a storage room, I have a cart loaded with what they need. If they've got 6 pillows in their tray, I'm only going to give them 4. But if they need 10, they're going to get all 10. Floors, some floors don't get anything but pillows. Third floor in the Friends Tower only gets pressure pillows and neck pillows, and they only get 3 of those. 8th floor only gets pressure pillows, and oh my goodness, the busybodies that we don't have. So that's why I'm here, is to let you know we are in dire need. Spruce Creek High School.
Which is what we call fidget quills.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But Spruce Creek High School in Port Orange had a home ec teacher that had her kids learn how to sew. And they made these pads. All they had was a zipper, a button, Velcro, and shoelace. And that's all we required. That was enough to satisfy the nurses. And we had boxes upon boxes. That teacher retired. They don't teach sewing in school anymore. It's not, I'm not sure, life issues. I'm not sure what they call it now, but nobody's teaching sewing. So that resource has dried up, and we have used the last of what we had from Spruce Creek. So we really are in need of these fidget pads, if you can help us.
Do you have a specific size that you prefer? Or whatever?
I swear. What we had was basically maybe a 15 or a 16-inch square. Didn't even have to be padded. Didn't have to have batting or just 2 pieces of fabric sewn together. With this long enough strap so that it can be Velcroed around the rail of a bed, patient's arm. Because my understanding is when something hits the floor, it is not given back to the patient. It's gone. So that's why our need has increased over the years that I've been there. And it's just the way things are, unfortunately. We try to do that in our stitch in a group in hospital, but they are time consuming and it takes a lot of work. But to do it while we're at the hospital can't be done when we're doing everything else. So that's the plea is going out to anybody that can help us
We'll get it.
get this need taken care of.
Can I just mention, they offer offer free parking for volunteers.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a big
We get
And our lunch voucher.
we park in the parking deck at the
That's the best
hospital.
deal
We
in
have
town.
a whole long row of spaces for auxiliary only. We get a $10 allowance for our lunch. We work 4 hours. I'm there at 8, usually go home at between 12:30 and 1.
Is it every day or?
No, I'm there 3 days a week. We're there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I do have a woman that comes in on Wednesday. She works by herself. All she does is stuff and close pillows. We have a continuous box, maybe about this deep, but it's overflowing with pillows ready to be stuffed. We're in need not only of more volunteers, but the stitch and knit department in particular needs younger volunteers. And I think it's true with everything. We're all getting to mid-70s, late 70s, early 80s, and we're getting restricted. Some of us, our hands don't work anymore. You know, fingers just will only go for so long stuffing into a pillow and holding a hand needle to hand close these pillows. So, and even sitting and sewing or standing and cutting. We need some younger people who can help, are willing to learn the process, work through it, and help out wherever they can. And that's basically what we do. But
This group will help.
Don't high school kids need to get volunteer hours?
yes, but who's going to teach them to sew?
Oh, like when they sit volunteer, do you not show them how to use it?
Not,
If she's there in the morning, they're going to be in school.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and even during the summer, they do the community service hours. But have to take the time to train somebody, you know, it takes away from the time that you're being creative. You know, so
I think what we'll do is we will give information. We'll do it in an email about how you can contact to volunteer, that your name and phone number, or if you want to leave a couple of the brochures, and you can see Donna after the meeting.
yes, I have to
Also see it.
would be a good idea to bring a sample with us.
Well, when you come next month, you can bring it. How's that? Okay, all right. Thank you so much. And I know that we'll do a lot.
So we'll send someone.
Okay, all right. So Dee says she believes that you can have some